Hey everyone, Brendan Graby here alongside Ali Rep
Yay!
from Nintendo Treehouse.
Wow.
And we're playing Fire Emblem Fates.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other. No, the Conquest, or is it?
Well, okay, good question.
Yeah.
Thanks for
There's
leading
two.
me into this.
There's two.
So I'll start at the very beginning of this explanation because if you haven't been keeping up with Fire Emblem Fates, how it sort of plays, you might not understand what I even mean. So, Fire Emblem Fates is actually 2 versions, but 3 versions if you count
This is blowing my mind right
Fire
now.
Emblem Revelation.
Please.
And by
listen.
versions, I mean you kind of play 2 sides of the same event.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this kingdom of Hoshido and there's this kingdom of Nor.
It can't
Nor
be.
is the kingdom that raised you since you were a baby. They're your family that you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hoshido is your birth family, who you were stolen from as a baby.
Those
Nor
darn Nors.
is run by borderline evil, probably evil, King Garen, who's a total turd. However, your siblings are really nice. They love you a lot.
Yeah, but their dad's a jerk, though.
Their dad's a jerk. The kingdom is
I am so
very
very sorry.
warmongering.
Mm-hmm.
Hoshido, your
excuse
birth
me.
family, which is where you're at now, is run by a
You
peaceful
have my
queen
gratitude.
who has a magic barrier over the kingdom so that baddies can't get in.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seek war. They avoid it. Everyone's really nice. Obviously, you have siblings in Hoshido as well who are so happy to see you. They're like, oh, Corrin, we missed you. We've been waiting for you to come home. But you're like, who are these people?
Literally, who are you?
My family is back in Nor.
Oh, there they are.
There they are. So those are your Hoshido siblings. So right now we're in chapter 5, which means you haven't actually made the decision yet whether you're siding with Nor or
So no
Hoshido.
matter which game you decide to go with, they all play out the same up to this point.
Up until chapter 6. So we'll
course.
actually see where you
Go
get to
on.
the decision
boy.
if we keep going.
So I have to ask you, are you a Team Nor or Team Hoshido?
Please.
I wanna
listen
play
very
both.
well.
However,
I think I will
because
eventually
I
too,
can't,
yeah.
right, I can't play both at the same time. Or
Mhm.
I won't. I'm probably gonna start with Conquest. So, Nor.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to go Hoshido.
So here's the thing, right? Because you hear that, oh, it's your birth family. You were stolen from them. It's a good kingdom. Why wouldn't you pick Hoshido?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that your siblings from Nor love you deeply. They're not like the king. They're not warmongering. They're kind. They kept you company all the years that you were basically locked away in a fortress by your father. They protect you from your father.
He
They
was a
lie.
real jerk of a dad.
Right, they lie to you
Why
at
do you
risk of
say
their
that?
own lives, or they lie for you at
Well.
risk of their own lives.
But look at this guy, though. Why would you want to be on the same side as a cool
that's
samurai?
Ryoma. That is your eldest brother from Hoshido.
Come on. He's a poster for why you should join Hoshido.
I don't know, man.
He's this giant samurai guy. Or you can be with jerk dad and just... Can I tell the other
Or-
family, like, hey, we have cool people over here. Why don't we all ditch
well,
your
here's
dad?
The thing. Why don't you side with Nor to try to change things from the inside, rather than just
Ooh.
accepting a straight black or white scenario?
I like your thinking.
Hey there.
Also, Nor is cuter in my opinion.
Cuter. I also heard that's harder.
Okay, so I'm glad that you brought this up. So the way it works is Birthright, which is you choose Hoshido,
Mhm.
is a more standard Fire Emblem experience.
Mhm.
So the battles are a similar difficulty to Awakening. You can grind for experience, you can grind for coin or gold. Conquest, if you pick Nor, is like Fire Emblem, but there are really limited areas for you to grind in
Mhm.
for either experience or gold. So it's more if you want to be like, I really want to think about my strategy because I really can't screw up or like overlevel myself
I don't
until
trust
I
you.
just wipe everyone out.
So, I guess that means that whether or not there's a choice of, emotionally, who do you want to side with? There's also for challenge-wise, if you're a Fire Emblem veteran and Awakening was just like, it's a cakewalk. I want
Right,
something
yeah.
bigger and badder.
Right.
Hold
Then Nor is
Yeah,
like
Nor would be a
that
good choice.
next step.
Conquest. But if you're
What?
like, Awakening felt
Listen.
pretty good challenge-wise, or you've never gotten into Fire Emblem before,
Mhm.
or maybe you want to play on Classic, which means that if your character falls in battle, they're dead.
that is so
They don't come back. You might want to
heartbreaking.
pick Birthright because in that case you're able to at least grind and level up your character
Right.
Hey.
Lessen the chance that they're going to die
Right.
forever, a painful
Huh?
death. It's all your fault because you're a terrible
it is your
tactician.
fault. Or you
Come
just
on.
didn't
Look at the
start
draw.
over.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which most people do if they play classic.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
right?
just like close. Nope.
Right.
Never happened.
So here's the thing. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, this is a big thing. So this
that
is your
my mom?
birth mother.
It's Mom.
This is Queen Mikoto.
Hey, Mom.
And that is the sword that your
My sword has an eye.
father gave you.
Don't do it. What? It's not fine. This is literally not fine. This is the opposite of fine. This is all bad. He has... Okay, get out. Run.
What?
Mom! My mom's dead.
Yeah.
Are you... Already? I just met her.
Yeah, you meet her like 2 days before
Not
this.
hurt. Tell me you're okay.
No, but you're kind of dead, though.
I'm fine.
It's okay, I'm fine.
I'm
Don't
so
worry.
glad.
It's so tragic though, right? Like you
Really?
finally meet your birth mom,
Mom.
and then someone from Nor
What
steals her from you.
a jerk!
And so now you
You
also
there.
have to feel really bad for your Hoshido siblings because not only did they lose their
And
younger
it was
brother
just a ghost.
when
Show
you were a
yourself.
baby, they also just lost their mom.
This is why we can't have nice things. Really? Oh. Super Saiyan? Oh, I get it. So he's Goku. It's literally Goku.
Surprise!
So this is our main character, Corrin,
This
who
is
was
Corrin.
just announced for Smash Bros.
Smash.
And he's also a dragon!
He's also a dragon, which is where that dragon form that you saw in
What?
the Smash Bros. Direct.
Yeah, that was a new thing for me. I was like, okay, he's like Robin. Oh wait, no, he's not like Robin.
Yeah, I love that the Smash Direct was a huge spoiler for North American Fire Emblem fans
Whoops.
who haven't played this yet. But like I said, this is Chapter 5, so you do find out relatively early.
Yeah, that is a very,
Be
very
careful.
early spoiler.
And I am saving some of the more intense spoilers, so.
So yeah, don't worry, guys.
You
There's,
still got, yeah.
there's worse spoilers that we
yeah,
could spoil, but we're
you
not.
still have stuff in chapters 1 through 6 that you don't know yet,
I'm a
and
dragon.
that I won't spoil for you.
So
that's
okay, we have to watch out for guys who have worm slayers because
Yep.
it's like that good. I'm gonna mark him. Always fun. I loved how Awakening brought this whole like, let's find out who can kill me and how close they are. So that's good. So as long as I'm, well, that's pretty much everybody.
I like that you're marking them specifically because you can also toggle all the enemies,
Mm-hmm.
and that's with the X, but
So
I
that
think
goes
that's the
through.
strategy. So if you have or haven't played Fire Emblem, whether you started with Awakening or you've been playing for a long time, just as a quick kind of refresher, the way that Fire Emblem plays is it's kind of a tactical RPG. So what you do is you have your party
Mhm.
of however many characters, and right now your party is your Hoshido siblings plus Kaze and Rinka. And what you do is the map, like the battle map, is basically a grid. And each character can only move so many spaces. And so you want to move them a set number of spaces, and you want to match up with enemies to do battle. There is a weapons triangle, which of course you know, because
Yep.
you've been a big Fire Emblem
There's a
fan.
weapons triangle, and there's also a spell triangle.
So
Is it different?
interestingly, they've actually kind of mushed those triangles together. So
Really?
it's very similar to what you already know. But so the weapons triangle, what I mean by that is, think of it like the longer the weapon, the stronger it is until you get to axes, in which those are stronger than lances. So lances are stronger than swords.
Mhm.
Swords are stronger than axes. Axes are stronger than lances.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's right.
Yep. And so you want to match up your party character against an enemy character who has a weaker weapon, if possible. And then, of course, there are also tomes, so magic spells and archery
Mhm.
to contend with. And then, of course, you've got also you've got horses, you've got Pegasus.
Yeah. Like everything has its counterpart.
Yep. So it's a lot of strategy, a lot of moving
Where's
characters
the
around
invisible ninja?
strategically. Actually, no, the ninjas are above.
Oh, careful. I wasn't. My ninja's gonna be dead. So wait. Okay. Dragon time. Here it goes.
Yeah, Corrin is
Oh, they're teaming up against me.
OP in this battle.
Oh, jeez.
You'll be fine.
Wow. What are you even doing here? Get
Yeah,
out of
he
here.
pretty much one-hits people in this battle.
So
as
this
long
is
as you
new that they can actually team up against you, whereas in Awakening you can team up against them. Now they can do the same to you.
They can have two, yeah. And so
Stand strong.
you just mentioned teaming up. So in Awakening, you've got this. You might be familiar with kind of pairing up characters on the battlefield to increase strength and defenses, right? And the more that you team characters up, the more their affinity raises. rises. And that's good because the more that they like each other, the better they do in the battlefield. And just like with Awakening, you can improve their relationships. They can become best friends.
Can love bloom even on the battlefield?
Love blooms even on the battlefield. You can make babies.
That was a big part of Awakening,
It
too.
was a big part of Awakening.
It was kind of, I wasn't expecting it to be as crazy as it was, but I was just like, okay, you're gonna do stuff.
Yeah.
Things will happen.
And you'll make a really strong baby for me.
And only the strongest. I don't want any weak babies. It was kind of terrifying.
This is getting a little weird.
Yeah, because people would start, like, when the game came out, they'd be like, okay, you are
Strategizing
optimal
for
for
the
you. And it's like, what if they have feelings? Like, what if I don't want to marry them? Nope. It's like arranged marriage is the game.
You'll love who I want you to love. Yeah, so there also is this really fun strategy where you want to pair characters up, not just to raise their affinity with all the other characters so they can be strong with anybody, but you want to raise characters up more with other characters you want them to marry, right? Because they'll give you strong children who may have certain stats.
It's just so weird to talk about.
Yeah. It's really fun. So that returns as well. You're doing pretty well.
I love that there's a ninja class now. Like,
Yeah.
there was always an assassin, but
I'm glad that
Your battle has ended.
I bring up cool stuff.
you've been bringing up like on point stuff.
I'm a big Fire Emblem guy. This is like my jam right now.
So you
Leave
can
it to
pick
me.
Hoshido or Nor, right?
Mhm.
And there are a lot of things that changes. Of course, that changes what side of the war you're on, which is a pretty big thing. What kind of characters that you interact with, how you interact with them. But one of the other things it changes is it also affects what kind of classes and weapons are available to you. So for the most part, you have a lot of the similar classes and weapons, but you may have a few classes, for example, in Hoshido, that you don't normally get in Nor. And even if you have similar classes in each of the paths, they might have different weapons or different kinds of skills. So for example, you have a sister in Nor and a sister in Hoshido who are both healers. However, they heal differently.
Really?
So one rides the horse. I can't remember the name of that class. And the other is Sakura, who is your sister in Hoshido, who just has the staff. She's a shrine maiden.
So that's even another reason to actually want to play one side over the other, or play both sides, because you're missing out on entire classes that are really different.
Yeah, they're really fundamentally different. So one thing to keep in mind is that it's not like you're playing different versions of the same game. Even though it's about the same war, you're playing both sides of the war, or each side depending on which game that you pick. And then of course there's Revelation, which comes out a little bit later.
So yeah, it's
main
the
games.
third option.
It's the third option.
Probably
and
worth doing one option first and then doing
Right,
the third.
actually, so if you want to play Revelation, if you're interested in that, if you're interested in the mysterious third option, I really recommend playing at least either Conquest or Birthright first, because Revelation has things in it that really will only be impactful if you played one of the other paths,
I
if
see.
not both, before you play that one.
That makes sense.
So even though you might want to be like, this is the real option,
It's like, no, yeah.
it's not going to be as fun if you go into it. There's spoilers.
The option you just like go home. You're just like, you know what? I'm done fighting. The true winning
You
move
guys are
is not
stupid.
to play.
Quit fighting. Yeah. So Corrin, this is Corrin. Corrin is the main protagonist of the game. For the first time in the Fire Emblem series, you are the royal. Usually, like, your avatar is just kind of a buddy. to
Yeah,
the
you're usually
royal.
always like a tactician kind of guy.
And so you get to be a prince or princess. So of course you can choose your gender, you can customize looks, facial features, hair. I do have to say that even though I'm going to play as a lady, it is a pretty hard decision to make because the boy hairstyles are good hair game.
Really?
Yeah, real good hair game.
Okay, I can deal with that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what you're seeing now, I mean, his hair is good, but it's like there's like
You're
a hairstyle
done.
with like a braid, and the rest of it is long.
I can see myself spending a lot of time going like, no, this is my hair.
Yeah, it's pretty hip. So
man, the whole
don't rule out the boy. But of course you can customize, and so you're a royal for the first time. And like I said, you grow up in the Kingdom of Nor. You're led to believe that you're a Norian prince or princess, but
And a dragon. Does he know he's a dragon?
and a dragon. This is the first time that he transformed.
Oh, must be kind of a rough day for you.
Kind of a big surprise.
Your mom's dying. You turn into a dragon.
Kidnapped. You realize that your whole life has been a lie.
It's just things are just the worst today.
Turn into a dragon. There's some like message about growing up.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
I remember when
It's
I
like
first.
the magical girl genre,
Yeah.
except you're a magical ancient dragon.
There was that time when I turned 13 and I turned into a dragon.
Yeah. It happens.
Really, it was happening at
happens to
school and it
all
was
of
really
us.
embarrassing.
Yeah, but don't feel bad.
Only 4 against
It's
seven.
like that book. Everybody.
So so Azura is kind of like the dancer class.
yeah,
But she
yeah.
can actually use a weapon, just not very.
Yeah, I mean, she's similar to Olivia. So if you had Olivia in Awakening,
Right.
she's very similar. She has the same power where she can move up next to one of your other characters, sing for them, and that other character is given a
Get back to work.
to move to attack, which is great for either, for example, weak characters who need to run,
Mhm.
or stronger characters who you want to have kick a whole lot of butt for you.
11. This is not good.
This is Rinka. Interestingly, Rinka you meet pretty early on in the game when you are still in the Kingdom of Nor.
So I'm imagining then that, based on the side you choose, you have access to different people. But someone like Rinka, will she accept your choice no matter what, or might she go like, you know what, I don't really care for what
So
you're doing?
Rinka's backstory, at least what you see in chapters 1 through 6, is when you are growing up in the Kingdom of Nor, you're kept in a fortress by your dad. You're told you can only leave this fortress when you can prove that you can best your brother in battle. Your eldest brother's name. And so you finally beat him, and you get to go to the main castle where your father is. And your father presents you with a sword, which is actually the sword that creepy guy just took.
Mhm.
And so he gives you the sword, and he says, "Okay, now what I want you to do is."
No, Rinka!
Pay
Well.
for this.
Okay, so anyway, ignore her.
Anyway, one of my
So he tells you, okay, now that you have the sword, now that you've proven yourself,
just
I
gonna
want you to
retreat.
prove yourself again by taking care of these Hoshido prisoners, and Rinka's one of them. And so what you do is you go through this battle. It's kind of like your first real big battle with multiple pieces.
Yeah.
And so you win the battle, and you're like, okay, I beat them in battle. And your dad's like, okay, now execute them. And you're like,
jerk
that's
dad.
not really what I signed up for.
pulling the dumb father
Right,
card.
and so Corrin is like, no, I'm not going to do that. And what happens is your father basically threatens you. So your siblings step in. Your brother Leo does a spell that makes it look like the prisoners have been killed, but really they've been kind of just whisked away to another area. And so your father's like, good, they're dead. So your siblings, stuck up for you. And then you find out later that you get to help your siblings help Rinka and this other person escape. So you've seen Rinka before, but she is from Hoshido.
And now she's dead.
If you're in classic mode.
Oh, that's right. There's the.
Right, yep. So classic mode is more traditional Fire Emblem.
Mhm.
So before Awakening, Fire Emblem was, you have this tactical strategy game. If a character loses a battle, they're dead.
Dead forever.
You're dead for
All
good.
your
You don't
fault.
get them back in the next battle. But in Awakening, they introduced something called casual mode, which is funny that they call it casual mode because really it's what classic players do anyway.
Yeah, I mean, people have always like, oh, well, this is for babies, but I mean, if it happened to you, you just restart anyway.
Right. So the joke is, right, that classic players, if they're playing on classic and they let the characters die, most people don't let the characters stay dead because they don't want them to die.
Yeah.
So they just soft reset or start over. So casual mode just does it for you. The characters come back at the end of the next, or the end of the battle.
So that's fine. I mean, if you don't have to worry about how badly your run could go if you lost everybody. Just
Right.
it's gonna save me the time of having to restart the entire system
Right,
and
yeah, get
play
frustrated
that
a million
entire map
times.
again. Oh no, even my bro's falling. This is
Yeah.
going bad
He's
for
just
us.
retreating though.
A lot of
He's
retreating
uncool
going
at
on
this
here.
point. Just like Crom at this point.
Okay, no one else is dead.
I
Thankfully.
can't believe that we haven't talked about how many babes there are in this game.
How many babes?
Yeah, you heard me.
That is a word I've not heard enough. This is
Well,
the
there are a
first
lot
time
of babes in this game.
What about a
was
lot
a
of
good
hunks?
fight.
Are there a lot of hunks in this game?
That's what I mean. This is everyone's a babe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was used for both ways.
Right. So you also have to pick which one you want to play based on which babes you like, right?
That's
Like,
going
I
to be a
think-
tricky one for
I
me.
think Nora is full of some pretty good babes. Like Xander, your eldest brother, is like, oh,
Yeah, but my samurai bro. If I wasn't also a
he's
bro,
so, like,
I have a bro code, and that requires that I support my bro in all of his endeavors. It's the first article of this bro code. I can't believe
bro
I'm
code.
saying this.
right, yeah.
I'm dead inside.
So that's also important. It's an important.
All right, we're finishing it. We're finishing this now.
Oh, yeah,
Dragon.
you got this. He's only got 8.
Darn Shadow. Looks like Shadow. Like, except he's dead.
Is that your headcanon?
Yes.
Crossover
This is the
game.
idea. This is the cinematic universe we've been building.
Oh, yeah.
This is when it all intersects.
I see. I didn't know that.
Oh, I level up.
I'll have to tell people back at work. It's bad idea.
Make it
Figured
happen.
it all out.
I hope I get a prize for uncovering the mystery.
Job at Nintendo!
Yeah!
Don't quote me
Stage
on that.
complete. Chapter 5, Mom, who's dead. And we also lost everybody else.
You were like cold too. You're like, oh no, Mom! Oh yeah, I don't care that you're dead.
You were the one who was like, oh, Rink is dead. Anyway, moving on. Walking
Oh,
over
this
her
is good.
corpse.
This is good. I'm shutting up now.
Azura, no, stop!
So that's Azura. She is a very important part of the story, but I will not tell you why.
And she's got a great singing voice. This reminds me of King Kong.
Why you
It's
gotta
music
say
that
it's
soothes the savage beast.
This is touching my
It looks terrifying. Oh, nope. I guess music did not soothe the savage beast. Nice job, Corrin. I'm gonna revoke your smash card for this.
heart. This is Final Smash.
Final smash, kill your
This
best
means
friend.
a lot to me, man.
Sorry. Whoa, he's so mean.
He doesn't know this.
Gets it from his stepdad.
Man, never playing a Fire Emblem game.
It's okay now.
Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah.
Stop being a jerk. Being a dragon.
The animations.
I know. Like this, the second I saw the reveal trailer, I'm like, this is not. No, you can't do this in the video
Beautiful.
game.
Yeah.
In a 3DS game, that's just so
They've done such a
amazing.
good job. Yeah, the one thing I was really impressed with, even when Awakening came out, was how good the 3D was in that.
Mhm.
And usually I'm not like I love the 3D, but it's not something I'm like 3D man. But really, if you play it, you should.
Fire
I gotta say one thing. Awakening, they have little goat legs, and
They have feet in this one.
they have feet, but now they won't stop showing feet.
That's his
Corrin-
biological daddy. You're missing it. You're missing it.
I'm sorry, but
This is his
Corrin,
flashback of when his dad died, and you're like, do they have feet? Jesus.
these are the important questions here. So
That's King Garen, and that was your.
You
Was.
poor thing.
Oh, this is when he stole me.
Orphaned at such a tender young age.
It's like a worse version of Ganondorf.
You are my child now.
That's not how this works.
How you pick up babies?
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
There's this thing called like the orphanage. You don't just kill someone's dad and say, "Hope you're mine
So
now."
what you find out is that
you all
King
right?
Garen actually
so sorry.
pretended to call for a peace treaty, and that's why your biological father went. So it wasn't like your dad was like, "I'll bring my baby to
No.
the battlefield." It was supposed to be a peace treaty, but
What, you don't bring your babies in the
I
battlefield?
don't. Yeah,
Get
thought
some
about
morale.
it, but I never did it.
I'm really digging this story. Just like there's,
I clearly,
I know.
yeah.
Like at first I was so ready to just go like, oh no, they're just like, you know, bad dad. Why would I
Yeah.
want to side with him? But then like if like you said, like my siblings
Mhm.
are nice and I can
Right.
actually change things, maybe kind of push a
Yeah,
bad dad to the
it's
side.
not black or white, for
Listen,
sure. So you missed it
I did
again.
again. I'm so
I'm gonna
bad.
sass you this whole time.
I
But
can take
Mioma
it.
was explaining that royals have dragon blood in their veins. Both the royals from Nor and the royals from Hoshido, but they didn't really know that you could turn into a dragon.
Meanwhile, Corrin's like, what? Did you say something? I couldn't hear you over the sound of me being a dragon.
Yeah. That's exactly what he
This
said.
is
Actually,
all
did you
your
localize
fault.
this game?
I already have the Nintendo job. That's what I get for solving the mystery.
hey,
Uh,
shut up!
so Takumi is another sibling from Hoshido who does not trust Corrin because Corrin's been
Takumi.
gone his whole life, and Takumi believes he's kind of a sneaky spy.
Well, I mean, if you see what just happened,
Right? Yeah, the sword comes out.
sword comes out, he turns into a dragon.
Not
Say things aren't looking.
not some good signs.
Things aren't looking good. He's not my brother. Oh, that's
so
cold,
sorry.
bro. You thought you were my bro, bro.
Please,
Stop it.
wait.
What did you say?
Okay, so Yukimura is explaining
This is
some
dialogue.
stuff.
I don't want to ruin this for people. I'm sure people will want to go like read it at their own pace, and
see,
I
okay.
feel like you know
Okay, you're doing this for the.
for the spoiler for the crowd who
Yeah.
yell at us for saying you've already ruined the entire game, which is only just one
Why did I watch
chapter.
this video then?
It's gonna be just fast forward, and we'll get to this next part.
They're just being silly.
Yeah.
Huh?
So now Corrin, of course, lost the evil sword that is King Garen has
It
given
can't
him
be.
Good riddance.
because it was a
Indeed.
plot.
And kind of kill mom.
And I wonder who's gonna get this sacred sword.
Wait, what? I get a new sword?
Do you think it'll be Corrin,
No, it's gonna be this guy.
the tactician?
Yeah.
Surprise! It's not about you at all.
That would be a really big plot twist if at the end like it wasn't actually about you.
Yeah. Sounds like an anime.
Oh, this is the sword from Smash.
Yato?
It turns into a chainsaw. I believe I saw at some point.
What?
Yeah. I saw rotating blades in that thing in the Smash direct. Don't tell me I didn't see
I
it.
don't think
It was
changed.
doing crazy stuff.
I'll let
That
go write a
can't be.
fanfic because I don't think that's what it is.
I'll have you know I've already
Pinup
written
is also
several.
something, I'm sure.
Big brother?
Sakura, she's one of your really nice, polite Hoshido siblings.
So you have 2 sisters and 2 brothers
You have, yes, on both sides.
on both sides. This makes it worse.
If I may.
Like, do I like these sisters? What if you only liked 2 sisters on one side
Gotta choose.
and 2 bros on the other side? I really
Oh,
hope
Correct
no
answer is
mercy.
conquest.
the correct answer is I'd say everyone just go home. War's off.
Yeah.
Go back to your rooms. We're not doing this
That's kind of
anymore.
what happens at the Outlands Battle. Actually, so here's the story. Don't like look too much into that statement that I just said because I refuse to play
Wait.
past a certain point because I don't want to know any more spoilers. So you could ask me what happens in the game, and I honestly don't know because I
Well,
refuse because
if
I
you-
want to play it.
If you read my fan fiction, you will find the answer that I wrote that may or may not be the truth.
Oh my god, okay.
It's my
Okay, so
headcanon.
she's talking about Dragonstone right now. So if you've played Awakening or previous Fire Emblem, you might be familiar with this Dragonstone, which is basically a weapon
Mhm.
that you can use during
Understood.
battle, which transforms a character who has the ability to turn into a dragon and back. So now Corrin is getting that ability. So you, as the protagonist, now have the ability to change back into a dragon at will.
With this awesome cutscene.
And another thing that's brand new is something called Dragon Vein.
Mhm.
So we didn't see it in this battle, but what it is there are these segments,
Thank you.
these squares on the grid on each battle
Mhm.
that have what's called Dragon Vein on them. And if you bring a character of royal blood, so you, your Hoshido brothers and sisters, or your Nora brothers and sisters, to that spot, they can activate the Dragon Vein, and something on the battlefield will change. So, for example, you might dry up a riverbed, making it easier to route stronger troops to the other side of the battlefield, etc.
That really changes strategy.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that you've got not just keeping track of like where enemies are, where you need to put party members in terms of enemies, but also where you need to put royal party members in terms of Dragon Vein,
Mhm.
because it'll significantly change.
And then
stuff.
make sure if like you're gonna ambush someone, make sure you have a strike force ready at that place.
Right.
once
Yeah.
you-
So you say you do the Dragon Vein.
Should I save here?
No, don't save.
No, we don't save.
Pretend you never saw this.
Proceed without save. Yes. We'll skip over that. So we're back,
Yeah, we're back.
and part 6,
Chapter 6.
right after the previous chapter we played.
Right after. Okay. So this is Xander. This is your eldest brother from Nor.
This is the one you said it's pretty hot.
I didn't say that.
I
Those
think
weren't my
we
exact
can
words.
rewind a bit. And
I think I just made a noise, actually. But yeah, Xander. I like Xander. So he's your eldest brother from Nor.
Mhm.
And so your Norian family is coming back basically to find you because you were
Let us
captured by
begin.
Hoshido.
Oh, and then they're all gonna meet now. So,
Stay
bro, this
alert.
is my other bro.
Right?
Oh,
Big
This is
brother.
my other macho bro.
2 macho bros in one
Two
room.
macho bros. Here's the rest of your Norian family.
Oh.
You have
She
the
loves
devil's
you.
own luck.
She's so sweet. I love that character. Leo is another fine young specimen.
Specimen. We're using that term now.
Elise, Yeah.
Specimen
So your Norian
babes.
family is just like head over heels
Norian
for you. They're
scum.
crazy about you.
Oh man,
But you have to feel for your Hoshido family.
this feels like an episode of
No.
Three's Company.
Does it?
Something like
I
that.
think that it
Don't
does.
be fooled.
You didn't see that episode where they had this giant war and
Come
then
back.
he had to schedule like at the restaurant?
You are missing, like, literally the key moment of the game. Talking about Three's Company.
I'm giving a great analogy to this tense moment
Right,
right here
Yeah.
because I don't know if I'm ready to make a decision. No, nor is her mom, but I don't know. Oh boy. Oh, this is
This
so
way.
awkward. Can we get a timeout?
Big brother. He's my
2.
brother.
We're your family.
I think we should all have pizza.
I hate you.
Because I'm trying to solve a crisis. You hate me for this.
All right, now I'm stealing the 3DS back.
Aww. All right, so we're going to stop at this pivotal moment. That
Of ordering pizza.
how is pizza not pivotal?
I don't
It
know.
is the glue that
Good
binds these
question.
families together.
So this is Fire Emblem Fates. Comes out February 29th.
And I can't wait to order
19th.
some pizza. 19th?
19th.
That's so close.
Not 29th. 19th. So Fire Emblem Fates is split up into, like I said, Conquest and Birthright.
With an extra one coming after.
Revelation. Yep, that'll be a little bit later.
And we're going to stop now. We're all having another segment you should check out because it's going to have some cool base stuff. So for everything else on Pizza Families and more, you're in the right place already. IGN.